From the Newstalk ZB newsroom, this is Newsfix.
In this update, Parliament resumes sitting under urgency at 9 a.m. today in the final stages of the Employment Relations Amendment Bill. Once passed, it'll reinstate 90-day trials in the workplace. It'll allow all employers who are wary of taking on new workers to employ them for 90 days and dismiss them for any reason. Previously, it only allowed businesses with fewer than 20 employees to use the trial period. Minister for Workplace Relations and Safety, Brooke Van Velden, says there's a cost to doing business.
There is a cost to hiring a new employee and bringing them into their workforce. It takes money, it takes time, it takes resources.
Meanwhile, the Council of Trade Unions says the Finance Minister's mini-budget begs too many questions. Nicola Willis unveiled $7.5 billion worth of cuts and savings yesterday, which she calls a down payment on tax cut plans. But senior economist Craig Rennie says they're still waiting for clarity.
But it didn't include any details of how tax cuts were going to be paid for, what tax cuts were going to be available, how spending cuts were going to be delivered.
The leader of Hamas has made his first visit to Egypt for more than a month. It's a rare personal intervention in diplomacy, amid what a source describes as intensive talks on a new ceasefire to let aid reach Gaza and get hostages freed. Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh typically intervenes in diplomacy publicly only when progress seems likely. Envoys are discussing which of the hostages still held by militants in Gaza could be freed and what prisoners Israel might release in return. Uber has released its ride recap for 2023, which shows one keen rider took 1,097 trips over the year. The longest trip taken was a 428-kilometre journey from Tokoroa to Lower Hutt. Uber New Zealand says the numbers speak for themselves. It's been an outstanding year for them. I'm Kay Gregory and that's news. In sport, 95 from Henry Nicholls and 89 from Will Young have trumped man of the match Shoma Sharka's 169 to lead New Zealand to a 7-wicket win over Bangladesh in their second one-day cricket international in Nelson. The Black Caps chased 292 for victory with 22 balls to spare to take an unassailable 2-0 lead in the series. An All Blacks themed hotel could be part of a proposed waterfront stadium precinct in Auckland. The Herald reports the concept would be a 5-star facility with possibilities for conferences, hospitality and retail, as well as what's termed a full All Blacks experience for guests. And heavyweight boxer Deontay Wilder has suggested he'll earn $80 million for fighting Anthony Joshua in March if he beats Joseph Parker in Saudi Arabia on Christmas Eve. That's sport.
For more news, listen to Newstalk ZB live on iHeartRadio.